Hey everybody, it's Amber from the Desert Daydreamer. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I pulled a muscle in my shoulder this past week, so taking this week off, but next week you can expect to see the usual yoga class. Instead, today we are going to be talking about 7 healthy habits that you can start doing today for improved health and well-being. So without any more chit chat, we're just gonna get right into it. Healthy habit number 1 is to stay off your phone for the first and last 30 minutes to an hour of your day. Ideally, you probably want to do 1 to 2 hours, but being practical here, I know a lot of us wake up and start scrolling first thing, and we'll do so on and off throughout the day up until we go to bed. So if that's not something that you already do and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that, then start with 30 minutes. 30 minutes is definitely better than nothing at all. So when you wake up, when you turn off your alarm or hit that snooze button, don't immediately get on social media or start checking your emails. Leave the phone on the nightstand and leave it there for, like I said, 30 minutes to an hour. You can even set a timer if you need to. Because a lot of times when you immediately are bombarded with like your emails, your to-do list, social media, it can trigger stress and anxiety, and you might not even notice that that's happening until you stop doing it. And similarly, when you're on your phone at night right before bed, studies actually show that it can suppress melatonin, which is the hormone that makes you feel sleepy and tired. So it can actually affect your sleep quality and how quickly you fall asleep. So really good habit, just stay off the phone for the first and the last part of the day. Healthy habit number 2 is to move your body daily. Now, some of you might hear this and you might be thinking, Amber, you're a yoga instructor. Of course you're going to say that, but it doesn't have to be yoga. Whether it is an hour workout or a 5-minute walk, just something is always better than nothing. Motion is lotion, you guys. It's so good for your muscles, your joints, even for your mind and your mental health. It is so, I cannot stress it enough. It's so important. Ideally, you do want to be doing something 1 or 2 times a week to get your heart rate up there, but that doesn't have to be every single day. A lot of times I hear people say that like they feel like if they don't have time for a whole hour workout that they shouldn't even bother, but that could not be further from the truth. Whether you have time for an hour workout or a 5-minute stretch or maybe a 15-minute walk, something is always better than nothing. So move your body every single day. It is so important and you will not regret it. You will feel amazing. Number three is to go outside as often as you can, ideally daily. That was Capone. Number 3 is to go outside as often as you can, ideally daily, or open up the windows and let some fresh air into your home. If it's sunny out, then going outside is a great way to get some much needed vitamin D. And it can also lower your stress and potentially even lower your blood pressure. If you can't do that for some reason, then opening up the windows is always a good way to let fresh oxygen into your home, which is super good for your lungs. So whether you're at home or even at work, if you can go take a little bit of a walk or something like that for 5 or 10 minutes, that's super good. Like whatever works, do it. But get outside more. It's so good for you. Number 4 is to carry a tumbler or a reusable water bottle with you throughout the day, obviously filled with water, because I've just realized for myself that I have a much easier time staying hydrated if I carry something like that around with me and sip on it throughout the day and obviously refill it when it's empty, as opposed to if I don't do that, I have a much harder time remembering to drink water or to go get a glass of water until like my lips are getting chapped and I'm realizing that I'm actually dehydrated. It's much healthier for you to sip water and stay hydrated throughout the day instead of completely dehydrating yourself and then filling up and then just repeating that process over and over again. So if you don't have a reusable water bottle, go get one, and yeah, just keep it by your nightstand, take it with you to work, carry it with you around your house. And that's actually one that I need to get better at. I'm really good about having it with me at work or when I'm out and about, but sometimes when I'm at home, that's when I just wash it and put it away, and I need to not do that. So don't do that. Carry it around at all times. Number 5 is to drink herbal teas. Now, I am not saying to give up your coffee or your black tea if you like black tea. I like black tea. But if you're drinking like 3 to 4 or more cups of a caffeinated beverage a day, then it might be a good idea to substitute 1 or 2 of those with a cup of herbal tea instead. But even if you don't drink coffee or caffeinated tea, herbal teas are so good for you, and there's so many different ones. You are bound to find some flavor that you enjoy. And they also have a ton of health benefits. For example, I just recently started drinking hibiscus tea every day, and that one's really good, I believe, for your cardiovascular system. I also drink raspberry leaf tea around my menstrual cycle, and that one can help relieve menstrual cramps. And oh yeah, the other one that I drink almost daily is peppermint tea, which is great for digestion. So go to your local health food store and just, they're probably gonna have like a whole shelf just stacked with herbal teas. All right, number 6, second to last, is to include fresh food items in your diet every single day. Because you guys, let's face it, it's so easy to go to the grocery store and to just like grab your protein bars and your chips and like your mac and cheese and stuff like that. But it's so important to have fresh produce in your diet every single day. Ideally fruits and vegetables, because I know that some people like just stick with the fruits, but it is like kind of a lot of sugar. So you want to try to get a mix in there. And I'm actually the opposite. Like I actually prefer vegetables. Like I would rather snack on celery sticks than like an apple or something like that. Is that weird? But either way, no matter what, you want to make sure that you're getting something every single day, whether it's snacks or like a side of vegetables with your dinner. So some of the things that I like to do is, for almost every dinner that I cook, if there's not like a fresh vegetable incorporated in the dinner, I like to do like a side of broccoli or asparagus or something like that. But I also really like to have like fresh produce on hand as a snack. So one of my favorites is cucumber with like a little bit of tahini sprinkled over top. I like to do cherry tomatoes with hummus, and like you cut them in half and use it as like a little scoop. That's really good. Look it up. Pinterest has a lot of good like snack ideas if you're not really sure where to start on that. Really make sure that you are getting in fresh produce every single day, whether it's juice, smoothie form, actual whole food form, just something. All right, guys, and that brings us to number 7, which is to cook more meals at home. I'm not saying don't ever go out to eat. It's okay. I love to go out to eat occasionally, like once or twice a week, but definitely make time to cook your own meals as often as you can. And that way you can control what is going into what you're eating, because I think like you don't always realize how much sugar and salt and fat is going into the meals that you get at a restaurant until you actually start cooking yourself. And not to say that home cooked meals can't taste good. Of course they can. They absolutely do. And it's not that hard. All you have to do is follow instructions. But you definitely realize how much sugar and salt and fat goes into the meals in a restaurant when you are cooking your own meals and you're adding your own ingredients and you're tasting as you go and realizing like, oh my gosh, like this tastes nothing like it does at a restaurant, and I've already added in like several, like teaspoons of salt or something like that, right? And if your concern is that you don't have time, then I would check out the Minimalist Baker and Half Baked Harvest, and I'll link their websites both below, because I know both of them have some very like time efficient meals, like 30 minutes or less, and they have a lot of healthier options as well. So check those out if you feel like you don't have time to cook your own meals. So there you have it, guys. Those are 7 habits that you can start incorporating into your life today that will definitely benefit your health and well-being and hopefully help you feel healthier and happier, because when you feel good in your body, then you feel better in your mind and just in general. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga classes and occasionally a little something like this. Thank you so much for joining me today and for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! And, no. This is hard. All right, number 6, second to last, is to... There's gonna be a lot of bloopers.